Every week in this portfolio, we buy shares that will replace our salary. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to talk about all our plans for the upcoming week. But if you're new to the channel, this is an income generating account where we sell cash secured puts, covered calls, do credit spreads, and collect dividends in order to generate that consistent weekly income. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and put in the comments below shares of which ETFs or stocks you're adding to your portfolio this week. And with that said, let's first jump into our trade history to recap what we made yesterday or this past week. I'm just going to do a quick overview. We sell cash secured puts. That is my favorite way to generate consistent weekly income. When you sell a cash secured put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And when you do this, you get paid money. Imagine going to the store and getting paid just to agree to buy something for less than it's selling for. That's pretty awesome. But remember, guys, my trades are my opinions. They should never be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy on YouTube documenting my journey. So I'm just going to scroll through quickly what we made last week because I've already talked about it. And then same with dividends. We collected a little over $350 in options last week, and a little over $370 in dividends last week. So all in all, like $720 last week. That's awesome. That's almost a full paycheck. And we are literally doing it in less than 5 minutes every week. So now let's jump over to our portfolio and let's talk about the positions we're going to add this week. More so the shares of the stocks that we want to purchase, or ETFs. So ORC, this is a monthly paying real estate fund. I have 400 shares, and I want to get this to 500, but it's too high above my cost average. So I'm going to wait till it comes back down a little bit, and I'll add some more shares then. But before that happens, I'm probably going to add another real estate fund to this portfolio. I just haven't decided what it's going to be. And the next one, QYLD. But before I go any farther in the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the beautiful and wonderful Premium Generals. It's an exclusive group where I post private content for $10, such as educational videos on how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, debit spreads, the strangle method, and so many other educational videos. On top of that, I also do private portfolio updates. Any trade I make when I'm making it, the Premium Generals know right away. On top of that, I post videos in there roughly 4 to 6 times a week. So I think there's over 100 videos in there already. Tons of great videos to come check out. It's $10. And then last but not least, you get to be in every single video. So if you want to see your name, your beautiful face here in every one of my videos, go ahead, join the group. We'd love to have you. You might learn something. And with that being said, let's jump back to the video. With QYLD here, I have 100 shares, and I would like to get this to 500 by the end of 2027, because it is my favorite covered call ETF. But I'm just trying to add so many other positions at the moment that I probably won't make any more purchases on this one. But if we get down to the cornerstone funds, CLM and CRF, we are making consistent buys on these. Maybe not every day, but 3 to 4 times every week for the most part, as I try to get toward 3,000 shares of each. As you can see, CRF, I have 1,730 shares, and CLM, I have 1,665 shares. So every day we are trending in the right direction to get to our goal total of 3,000 shares by the end of 2026. It's a lofty goal, but if we can get there, that's going to generate us almost $700 a month in dividends. That's pretty awesome, with some stability behind it. And on top of that, PDI, that is my favorite monthly dividend payer. We have 855 shares. This one I am buying every day. I set a pretty lofty goal a month or 2 months ago that I wanted to get 1,000 shares of this by the end of March 2026. That is literally 2 months away. We're already a third of the way through January. So it's pretty crazy to think that we're getting so close to that time in 2026. But I am trying. I'm making daily purchases. I really want it to come back down a little bit. My average cost is $17.78. I'm still going to purchase in this range, but I would be much happier to purchase closer to the 18 or under. But with dollar cost averaging, if I want to stick to my plan, I will make those consistent purchases. And then the other one, T-Spy. So I have 115 shares. I received my first distribution from them this past week. They're also a monthly pair. And we received $30. And by next month, I'm hoping to receive almost 40. So I'm going to continue to make purchases here, not every day, maybe once or twice a week, to get us closer to, I think my new goal for this fund is 200 shares. That's obviously going to be a ways away. I don't have a timeline on that. But every week I'm generating income through options. I'm collecting dividends, distributions, and I'm taking that income. I'm also using a little bit of margin to make these purchases. And I'll continue to do this as I try to grow the account. I do have plenty of weekly pairs like my Ultra Yielders, COYY, and TSYY, but I am not going to add, and I haven't in quite a while, any shares to those. I don't plan on adding any real weekly pairs anymore in terms of high-level investments. I'm making enough income selling options, and the goal isn't to generate X amount of dollars every week. It's more so I'm trying to get $2,800 every single month, and that would cover my living expenses, my mortgage, student loans, anything else throughout the month, food, electric bill, things like that. So the goal is to get this to where I can generate $2,800 a month. Last month, I generated $3,500, but my caveat with that 28 is I want us to be able to do it solely with monthly dividend payers. So I will still continue to grow the account with options and weekly dividends, but the monthly dividend payers then would cover all expenses. And last month we collected $530. This month I've set my goals pretty high just to grow in 1 month to up to $650, all the way to $700 for the month. I don't know if that's feasible, but I am making purchases. I will continue to make these purchases, and I do expect us to make about $4,000 total this month. That's between everything, not just the monthly pairs. But like I said, consistent purchases in these assets will replace salaries and allow for more time and financial freedom, which I think is the goal for anybody. So the account, we've hit our all-time high this past week, 78,111. But as I always say, it doesn't matter to me the size of the account. It's measured in the number of assets we're able to purchase. And we are making quite a bit of purchases, and I'm very happy with these purchases. And I'll continue to grow the account this way. I do believe we'll be over $100,000 by the end of the year for sure, if not much sooner. It took us a year to grow from 45 to 70 or 75. So if we can gain 30,000 with less amount, then we should be able to do it with more. But we are paying a little bit more attention to our stability in terms of dividends, so we don't have near as much ultra yielders like we did in the middle of the year last year, because now that we've reached our threshold in this account where we can generate consistent income while still purchasing more stable assets, we're going to try to trend in that direction. And then we'll start adding some more growth positions as we get over that $100,000 value. But with that said, everybody, I appreciate you. Let's watch some NFL playoffs today. Let me know in the comments below who you think's going to win today. I got the Rams crushing the Panthers, and I got the Bears beating the Pack. So let me know if I'm completely wrong. Love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one.